When we were at university, I had a crush on you.
Well, I felt the same. The problem is I fancy pretty much everyone. It's like I've just got out of prison all the time. It's a real problem.
Jim just said he's not a big guy on romantic films.
No, he's not.
What about you?
When they're good, I think there's nothing better, personally. I love to have my heart challenged and ripped out and woken up. In unexpected ways, I'm just like, just at the moment, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind popped into my head. And I think there's, the thing that I love about romance is that the more specific the characters are, the more fun the stories are, so it gives you a really great opportunity as an actor to draw a character that feels really new. One of the things that I had a lot of fun with Emma was that she's not the sort of person who's interested in changing herself. She's not somebody who's going to go out and try on a new identity. She's actually quite true to herself, even when she's unhappy about who she is. And she's the sort of person who, as I said, she's not trying to change her identity, she's trying to refine the one that she has. And so it was a lot of fun to figure out where she winds up and then just unravel that sort of, work backwards from it. One of the things that I was surprised by, that I didn't plan for, but became apparent to me, that it was happening as the movie went on, was I realized that Emma wasn't someone who was really in touch with her anger when she was younger. She's not someone who would really speak up for herself, and I think the scene where she breaks up with Dexter was a turning point in her life. I think it was a moment where she decided she just wasn't going to let people push her around, and I think that had untold benefits for her.
You just said you doubted that you had a good English accent. I thought you were great.
Thank you very much, thank you. It's, how you listen to yourself on like voicemail or something, you think that you sound like the screechiest banshee in the world. Maybe you don't, maybe that's just a me thing. It's hard to listen to yourself, it's hard to look at yourself, and it was something that I've been very, very nervous about. And I haven't seen the final cut together thing, but as I understand everything.
You said last year.
Yeah.
You said last year that it was that you would get more nervous about doing an accent than nudity. Does that still hold up?
Totally. Totally. You can do sit-ups to prep for the nudity. I mean, there aren't like a lot of vocal sit-ups that you can do. It was something, and it funny enough, I don't know, maybe just because I have more experience being naked in my life than I do pretending to be British. I got more comfortable with the nudity more quickly than I did. Lines, some images from the book that I was so sad that we wouldn't be able to include in the movie. Like there's this moment during the scene where Emma's breaking up with Dexter as a friend. When Dexter has an honest to goodness moment of budding regret, where he says all of a sudden, they're in the middle of the Soho Street fighting, and all of a sudden he flashes clear as day to an image of him lying on the floor of a bathroom sobbing with his head in Emma's lap at his mother's funeral. And it's such a powerful moment, and then he says, was he about to let this go? And just as quickly as it came, the thought was gone and he was back to being a jerk. And I just thought, I guess I have to infuse this scene with the knowledge that has happened for them, but there's no way to specifically call upon it and make the audience recognize that. But that became part of the challenge, which was how do you convey the deepening of their relationship without being able to use specifics, and it had to happen through body language and through, and through just kind of emotional awareness and through their own growth and their development. And so I never got bummed, I just tried, I just looked at it as a challenge.
You're getting married.
Yeah.
I missed you, Dex.
I screwed up my career. I screwed up my friendships.
That's not true.
I need to speak to someone. Not someone, you.
She made you decent. And in return, you made her so happy.